Stop everything you are doing right now, because this message was not meant to find you by accident. It was meant to find you at exactly this moment, when the weight of what you have been carrying finally became too heavy to hold alone. You have been telling yourself a story, a harvested story that maybe it was not real. Maybe you imagined the depth of it. Maybe what you felt was only on your side. But your hands are trembling slightly as you listen to this, are they not? Because somewhere beneath every doubt you built to protect yourself, you already know the truth. This person was not just someone who passed through your life. They were the one who made you feel like your life finally made sense. The one whose voice settled something inside you that had been restless for years. The one who looked at you and actually saw you, not the version you perform for the world, but the real you, the tender you, the you that you barely show anyone. And something came, something dark and deliberate, something that had no right to touch what you two were building. But here's what that something did not understand. You do not break that easily. Think about the first time you felt it. Not the first time you met. The first time you felt it. That quiet electricity when they were near you. That strange sense of recognition. Like your soul leaned forward and whispered, "There you are. I have been looking for you." You did not choose this feeling. It chose you. And that is exactly what makes it so painful when something tries to take it away. Because you cannot unfeel a love like this. You cannot logic your way out of a bond that lives in your bones. You cannot simply decide to stop carrying someone who became part of the architecture of who you are when they pulled away, or when circumstances pulled you apart. Something in you went quiet in a way it had never gone quiet before. Not numb, quiet. Like a room where the music has just stopped, and the silence is so loud it becomes its own kind of sound. You lay awake in that silence. You replayed things. You searched for the moment it changed. You asked yourself questions that had no clean answers. And through all of it, through every sleepless night and every ordinary morning that somehow felt hollow, one feeling never left. It only grew heavier. And that feeling has a name. It is called truth. Here is what they never told you about separation. It does not cool a real bond. It burns it deeper. Every day that passed without you, this person carried something they could not put down. Not guilt exactly, not regret exactly. Something older than both of those words. Something that felt like standing in a room and knowing something essential was missing, but not being able to name what it was. Until they were honest enough to name it. It was always you. The people they talked to could not reach the part of them you could reach. The laughter they found elsewhere had a ceiling yours never had. The quiet they searched for in other places never came. Because the only quiet that ever truly found them was the quiet of being near you. And slowly, in the way that truth always eventually wins, this person began to understand something they had been running from. That what they shared with you was not something the world offers twice. That fear is a terrible navigator. That the distance they created did not protect them. It only made the ache more precise, more specific, more shaped exactly like you. They are not the same person who walked away. And the shift happening inside them right now is something you need to hear. Because it changes everything. Right now, in this very moment, something is moving, not tomorrow. Not when the timing is better. Now, this person is in the middle of a quiet revolution inside their own chest. The walls they built are not holding the way they used to. Because walls built out of fear cannot withstand the weight of real love forever. And the love this person carries for you is not small. It never was. It kept arriving even when they told it not to. It surfaced in the middle of ordinary days. Uninvited and undeniable. A song, a smell, a stranger laughing in a way that reminded them of you, and every single time, they felt it. The pull, the ache, the recognition that something irreplaceable was on the other side of the distance they created. If something in your chest responded to these words, if something in you felt seen in this moment, you are not alone in that. So many people are carrying exactly this, quietly, tenderly, alone. Subscribe and turn on the bell. because what is about to be revealed, what this person is moving toward and what it means for you, will reach straight into the part of you that has been waiting the longest. There is a moment coming, not a dramatic moment, not a grand gesture wrapped in the kind of love story that belongs in movies, something far more real than that. A moment of simple, devastating honesty between two people who finally stopped pretending the distance was working. This person has been rehearsing that moment in the shower, in the car, in the last few minutes before sleep takes them. When the defenses go down and what remains is just the raw and unguarded truth. They have felt the words forming. They have felt the pull to reach across the silence and say the thing they have been swallowing for longer than either of you knows. And what holds them back is not a lack of love. It has never been a lack of love. What holds them back is the fear that too much time has passed. The fear that you have healed and moved forward. The fear that they waited too long and the door is now closed. They do not know what you know. They do not know that you are here, that you are still feeling this, that the door was never fully closed because something in you refused to close it. And that refusal was not weakness. It was the wisest thing your heart has ever done. You were told to let go by people who loved you but could not feel what you feel, by the voice inside your own head that was trying to protect you from more pain, by the silence itself, which felt like an answer when it was never an answer at all. But letting go of something real is not the same as letting go of something finished. And this, whatever this is, whatever word you use for the thing that lives between you and this person, it is not finished. You feel that. You have always felt that. And feeling it is not delusion. It is not you holding on too tightly to something that is gone. It is your soul bearing witness to something that the surface of life has not yet caught up with. There is a woman in an ancient story who was told by everything around her to walk away, to start over, to accept that the bond she chose was asking too much of her. And she turned to the one she loved, and she said, "Where you go, I will go." Not because it was easy, because it was true. That kind of love is not naive. That kind of love is the bravest thing a human heart can do. And your heart has been doing it quietly, without recognition, without certainty, for longer than anyone knows. There is something this person wants to say to you, not the version of it they have been editing in their head, the real version, the one that lives underneath all the careful wording and the protective distance. It sounds something like this. I did not know how to stay without losing myself. So I left, and then I lost myself anyway, and everything I have touched since you has reminded me of what I walked away from. That is not a clean apology. It is not wrapped neatly, but it is real. And real is what you always wanted from them. Not perfection, not a performance. The real thing. However unsteady, however imperfect, however quietly terrifying. Because love at this depth does not arrive in perfect sentences. It arrives in the trembling honesty of someone who finally ran out of reasons to keep running. This person is running out of reasons. The distance is costing them more than the vulnerability of coming back ever could. And somewhere inside you, beneath everything you built to survive their absence, you already know this. You felt it before this reading confirmed it. That knowing in your body that this is not the end of the story, that the last chapter has not been written yet. And the next few moments will show you exactly why. Here is the truth that this entire journey has been moving toward. The force that tried to separate you was never stronger than what connected you. It only felt that way during the darkest moments. When you were exhausted and the pain made everything look permanent that was only ever temporary. But you held on. Not because you were weak, not because you could not function without them, because you are someone who recognizes real when it finds them, and you refuse to call something finished when your whole soul is telling you otherwise. That is not ordinary, that is rare. And this person knows it, somewhere in the quiet they carry, in the unguarded hours when honesty rises without permission. They know that what they had with you was the realest thing they were ever offered. The separation was not the story. It was the chapter that made both of you ready for the real story. The one where two people who know loss choose each other anyway. The one where love is not innocent anymore, but it is deeper for having survived. You have been waiting. You have been carrying this. And the love you refuse to abandon is the exact love that is finding its way back to you right now. This is not the end. This is the part where everything that was taken begins to return.